BlackRock just did something weird. They bought millions of shares in Trump's media company, an investment that makes no sense on the surface. The stock is tanking, the company barely makes money, and yet the most powerful financial empire in the world just planted their flag right in the middle of it. Why? Well, you're not supposed to ask that question. You're supposed to believe this is just an index fund move, nothing more than a routine purchase. But if you know anything about BlackRock, you know there's no such thing as a meaningless investment. Every dollar they spend is about power. And right now, they're making a move on Trump's media empire. We know that BlackRock isn't in the habit of gambling. They don't throw money into speculative stocks unless there's a long-term gain in play. And Trump Media? It's been bleeding money. In 2024, the company reported just $3.6 million in revenue, a number so low it's almost laughable for a publicly traded entity. Strip away the financial fluff, and its actual billings were barely $200,000. Yet, despite these abysmal numbers, BlackRock, Vanguard, and State Street collectively poured in over $400 million into DJT stock. That's not just market tracking. That's a coordinated acquisition. So what's really happening here? What does BlackRock see that the rest of us don't? First, let's talk about Trump Media's cash reserves. Thanks to its SPAC merger, the company is sitting on $700 million in liquidity. That's an insane amount of cash for a company that barely generates revenue. And now, they're launching Truth.fi, an ETF and asset management service that could sidestep traditional financial institutions. Who dominates ETFs? BlackRock. What happens if Trump Media starts building its own financial network outside of their control? That's a problem BlackRock cannot afford. This isn't just about Trump's social media platform, it's about financial independence. If TruthFi takes off, it creates an alternative economy that BlackRock doesn't control. And in case you forgot, BlackRock is the system. They own over $10 trillion in assets, controlling stakes in nearly every major corporation in the U.S. banks, big tech, pharmaceuticals, media, everything. If an independent financial empire rises outside of their grasp, it threatens their monopoly. And when BlackRock feels threatened, they don't sit back. They buy their way in. But here's where it gets even darker. BlackRock doesn't just invest, they control. When BlackRock buys into a company, they don't sit quietly in the back and watch. They take board seats. They dictate strategy. They have the power to steer companies exactly where they want them to go. And they've done this before. Think this is just paranoia? Let's look at their track record. 2008 financial crisis. While millions of Americans were losing their homes, BlackRock was helping the government fix the crisis while buying up real estate at pennies on the dollar. Big tech domination. BlackRock owns massive stakes in Google, Facebook, Amazon, Apple, and Microsoft. They don't just profit off them, they influence their policies. Ever wonder why social media platforms all seem to lean the same way? Who do you think holds the real power? Media manipulation. BlackRock and Vanguard own significant shares in CNN, Fox News, NBC, Disney, The New York Times, and even The Washington Post. The result? A media landscape that all follows the same rules. Trump's presidency is looking like the landscape of America will change. How will it change? We aren't sure just yet, but Trump came out swinging with executive order after executive order. His policies will shape the next 4 years. His media company, despite all its struggles, still carries weight. And BlackRock? They don't like wild cards. So is BlackRock here to save Trump Media? Or are they here to neutralize it? If they control enough shares, they don't need to shut it down. They can slow it down. They can dilute the message. They can steer it away from being a threat to the establishment. And let's not forget, Trump Media stock is still volatile. What happens if BlackRock artificially inflates it, then dumps their shares? That's right, a pump and dump scheme on a presidential scale. They've done it before, and they could do it again. BlackRock and other institutional investors inflate DJT's stock price. Retail investors pour in, and then they dump it. The stock crashes, everyday investors lose big, and Trump Media is left crippled. If this happens, it's not just a financial loss, it's a political neutering. BlackRock walks away richer, and Trump's media empire never fully recovers. But here's the real kicker. What if this is bigger than Trump? What if this is just a test run? BlackRock has already swallowed up the mainstream media. They have stakes in CNN, Fox, NBC, Disney. They influence Google, Facebook, Twitter, Amazon. But independent media? That's still a wild card. If they can infiltrate and control this, they'll have proof that no platform, no matter how alternative, is out of reach. Because if BlackRock can buy Trump's media empire, they can buy anything. Maybe this is just business as usual. Maybe it's nothing. But if you know anything about BlackRock, you know they don't make random moves. Every investment is about power. Every acquisition is a calculation. And right now, they're making their move on Trump's media empire. So the real question isn't why they're here. It's what they're planning next. SIM swap fraud is sweeping the globe, and your mobile security is at risk. Switch to Ifani and lock out SIM swap fraud and get the most elite mobile protection in the world. Ifani guarantees 100% protection from SIM swaps backed by a $5 million insurance policy. Stay secure with reliable coverage, free international roaming, and unlimited data. Trust Ifani to keep your communications and assets secure. Get military-grade protection, 24/7 concierge service, and a hassle-free upgrade. Click the link below for $150 off. Thanks for watching. Help support this channel and receive exclusive offers from one of our partners located in the description. We'll see you on the next one.